All right, let's try this again. Hopefully, everyone can hear me now. Welcome into Wild and Chaotic. I am very excited for tonight's game. Before we get started, let's just really quickly go around and introduce our wonderful cast before we jump right into our adventure. We're going to start and go around, starting with the wonderful Chai. Chai, how are you doing tonight?
I'm scared, Tom. I'm real scared.
Good, good.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Try. Azar's in a very chaotic, dangerous place, and it's gonna be a thing. So we'll see what happens. But I'm real scared, Tom. I'm real scared.
Good, good. That's exactly how you should be. Colin, how are you doing?
Not good, Tom. There comes a time in every man's life when you gotta just look yourself in the eye and say, hey, my ship's been boarded by vampirates, and that's okay. But you know what? It's not okay, Tom. It's not okay. And Kit nor Colin are okay right now.
I'm liking these answers so far. Steve, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Bryn is getting he's tired of these eldritch abominations threatening his crew, and he's at the end of his rope at this point.
Excellent. Vivi, how are we doing tonight?
Covered in stream cat, but yeah, we're so dead. Because I do not think that this vampire is going to glitter, and I don't think Alize likes things she can't shoot to make go away, and mouth enough to that one is probably not a good idea. So we'll see if we're still alive later, maybe.
Maybe. We'll see. And Laura, how are you tonight?
I am doing fine, except I'm totally not, because we cannot deal with this. This is a bad thing, and there is no way we are surviving this pirate. Vampire. Pirate.
Yeah, we're going with vampire.
And yeah, vampire's that's the strongest play. And I am your GM Master and Commander, Tom, and I'm having a lovely night so far. I'm very excited for this game. Before we jump in, a quick shout out to our sponsors very quickly. First of all, Mophidius, the maker of Star Trek games and wonderful Tales from the Loop. Helmgas, maker of Cult, who we have a one-shot coming up. We have a weekly game that is just terrifying. And of course, don't forget Clip of the Week. Yes, I know. I say that a different way every week because I'm always like still a little like adrenaline buzzing whenever we start. Every week. Moving on. Recap. The crew of the Wilde successfully retrieved the book from a terrible, terrible library they were sent to. A city overgrown by the Prince of Decay, a greater demon of the Prince of Decay. They escaped with only a few chronic conditions, only one really, and escaped back to their ship. And as departing, encountered a bit of a legend, as their ship has been boarded by a vampire. Vampire is a good way to go with it, as we ended last session with the Wilde being fired upon and a figure just suddenly appearing on their deck amidst them. And that is where we're going to come back in with, I believe it was Captain Calloway and Zaz on the deck with Alize up in the crow's nest. And suddenly, standing amongst you is a tall and lean figure with deathly pale skin and dull red eyes. He has an aristocratic face and a garish jacket adorned with buttons and trim, not unlike one worn by Captain Calloway, but a bit more, it's a bit much. Underneath that jacket, you see a brace of pistols resting on a white tunic, partially open, showing a pale, muscular chest. He bows, removing a flamboyant feathered hat as he turns and takes in both Zaz and Calloway and says, "Captain Janic of the White Shadow, a pleasure to meet you. May I assume I am speaking to the captain of the good ship Wilde?"
Both of them.
"It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Wish I could say the same.
See, kid, it's not ghosts. It's vampires. That's totally different.
And worse.
Somehow I ain't comforted, Zaz. What can I do for you, Captain Janic?
"Well, I am here to save your life, Captain Calloway."
Well, wasn't in danger, I didn't think, till you got here, so that's one hell of an offer you're making me.
"Well, may I offer you a drink?"
Why don't you cut the bullshit, Janic? What do you want?
"Simply to meet. We have something of an aligned purpose, you and I. And
Yeah.
I am to assist you per my mistress's command."
Your mistress.
"Yes.
Who might that be, Janic?"
Are you not acquainted? You have one such servant on your ship. Tell me, where is Lady Zara? I very much wish to speak to her."
You know what, Janic? I think I'd like to speak to her too. How about we speak to her together?
"Outstanding." And he flashes you a very toothy, very fangy grin.
And you know what? I'll have that drink.
He produces from behind his back a bottle of wine. And as he pours it, it is a deep, deep red wine. Enjoy.
This is wine you're offering me.
Fog, go away.
Naturally. Oh.
Will you
Oh.
make this fog go away?
It yes, it will go away eventually. It's
Yeah, no, eventually is not what I was asking.
It's a bit for all of us at the moment. It is for your own protection. You see, and he indicates off in the distance, when you came in, you remember that you sailed around an island that was very near to this island, just simply named the Misty Island. He says, on the other side of the Misty Island, Governor Donato waits in his flagship, the Black Stallion. They're waiting to sink you. When you departed, he reported that you were escaped convicts scheduled to be executed that morning, and has had the entire fleet out after you, giving you a generous head start. But I think now that you've acquired him his book, you are no longer of use to him.
Was it his intention to sink us and then recover it from the bottom of the fucking ocean?
I'm not fully aware of what his intention is. I'm not sure how he plans to retrieve the book. Ooh. So real quick, just as we're in the middle of this, I don't want to break this up too much, but thank you so much to Anna for Crits for Everyone with a Vampirate on board. And thank you so much, Justin, for donating what appear to be five subs. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So.
Well, get a load of that, Zaz. Looks like I'm going to have to strangle a fucking man in his sleep. Promise once made and all.
Who
You know,
might this be?
Yeah. Who might this be?
this one that needs strangling.
Oh, just the feller what about to sink us to the bottom of the sea, that's all.
He turns to
You know,
Zaz and
tried to sink us. We've tried. People have tried to sink us before. It hasn't always worked out for them.
he turns to you and says, "Indeed, it didn't. It was quite impressive piloting. And he like tips his hat. Very impressive. Between that and your little maneuver against the Venissaran galleon a few days ago, I am very impressed, Captain Calloway, with you and your crew."
I'm sorry, did you assume that complimenting my piloting would make me like you better? Because if you did, you've miscalculated.
No, it's what's the word? Simply polite.
Oh,
I'll take your professional
Because-
courtesy.
I know I'm a good pilot. I don't need you to tell me so, and I don't care what you think.
Duly noted. Captain Calloway, your ship's hospitality is, well, compared to my own, it's first class.
We're very
Pretty impressive.
hospitable to people we invite on board. Oh, wait, that's not you.
Yes,
point.
well, as I said, I'm here to save all of your lives. So if you would please show me to Lady Zara.
I'd be happy to. Before I drink this, by the way, this is actually wine, right?
Naturally, what else would it be?
What else? Indeed.
You.
Yeah.
So, in a quick cutaway, beneath decks, since the cannon shots rang out, what has Lady Zara been doing?
Probably freaking out a bit and like checking on the book and like trying to like hide it.
Okay, so you open the book.
I probably like glance at the cover, maybe open it, maybe, but mostly just like, why is this so important? We don't have time for this, and then try and hide it.
Real quick. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you, DM Jazzy Hands, for raiding the channel. And I believe we just got another round of crits from September. So thank you so much. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was misreading that. It was another round of crits thanks to what Justin did. Thank you so much, Justin. Sorry. So after flipping through, you read the table of contents, you skimmed like the first like paragraph of a few chapters. It is written in an ancient form of Elven that you probably do not speak unless you speak Elven. Probably not. Though there are several diagrams written in it, or drawn in it, what appear to be some forms of, you aren't the most studied in this, but you have seen a few demonstrations of magic circles, and these appear to be somewhat similar, though you're not quite sure. You're not in enough to understand the nuances and the differences of it. But glancing through, you see definite etheric magic, ways to capture the etheric winds.
This will require some study. Where can I have to make sure Vico doesn't get this? And yeah, just like I said, looking at the pictures and like vaguely familiar, but yeah, gonna need some time to look at this, and that's not exactly something we have at the moment. So yeah, I would be looking for someplace secure to hide it away.
Yeah, I think you would have somewhere that you can tuck something away. You're a pirate after all. You know where to hide. You know where to hide your treasure. Calloway's like, who was sent to retrieve Lady Zara? Captain Calloway.
Who was sent to retrieve Mama Zara?
Yeah.
Captain Calloway went to receive Mama Zara.
All right. So it is at this point that Captain Calloway enters your galley.
Captain?
Hey, Mama. I'm gonna need to borrow you for a minute there, Mama.
What's up?
Oh, I just got a feller just came on our ship, wants to talk to you, and, well, frankly, I'd like to ask you a few questions myself as well.
You're the captain.
Just, Mama, before we do this, whatever you got yourself into with whatever you've been... I don't pretend to fucking understand this shit at all, but whatever hoobly boobly voodoo magic bullshit you got yourself into, I wish I could help you, but I can't if you're not honest with me. You
I
understand?
understand, Captain. I do. Just a fine line of protecting and revealing. Still not quite sure where I fall on that line.
I understand. But guess I just hoped that by now you would trust myself and the rest of us enough to be straight with us.
I do. It's not about trust, really. Just things are frequently outside the realm of normal, and that can be dangerous. The more people that know things. You know me.
Yeah.
I've always trying to take care of everyone, and this is part of that too.
Sounds like you ain't been taking care
Oh.
of yourself properly.
You're probably right there. That's pretty on brand.
Well, I ain't gonna pry, but I do want you to come talk to this feller because, well, he's got some big pointy teeth and pilots a ghost ship and surrounds us with magical fog and seems to think that you and him serve the same master.
Really?
Really.
Well, that sounds this should be interesting. Lead the way, Captain.
We'd just like to clear this.
We'll talk after.
Sure, it's all a misunderstanding. Let's just clear it all up, but come on now. And he kind of like holds the door open like, come on.
Yeah.
When you open the door, you can see there are several crew members kind of standing outside. One of them being Hans, one of the deckhands and members of your boarding crew, and they just say, Captain Calloway.
Yeah.
Is it... Do we have Gentleman Janic on board?
Hans, as far as you're concerned right now, we got the fucking Tooth Fairy on board, okay? Do your job, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Just trust me, all right?
Aye, Captain. Just... I'm not sure how we handle a ghost pirate.
Look, Hans, I've sailed all around the fucking narrow sea. I ain't got any goddamn idea how to handle a ghost pirate, but I'm working on a solution, all right?
Well, Captain Kit, you say the word. We're with you.
Speaking of
trying to make
Captain,
sure. What, Mama?
could you send one of our more beefy crew just to keep an eye outside my quarters? I don't trust our chaperone.
Hans, you can handle that?
Aye, Captain.
All right, well, there's
Thank
your job, man. Stay watch right here. You hear anything, you raise the brazen bells, all right?
Sir. And Hans grabs another crew member, just kind of like whacks him, like, come on with me. And the two of them head off towards the general direction of Lady Zara's cabin.
As you were, Hans. All right, Mama. Let's try to work this out. And head up.
Would you be having this meeting on the deck, or would you be moving to your cabin, Captain Calloway?
Yeah, I think I would invite him into my cabin. I don't
So-
want the crew to see this guy because I'm worried that's going to frighten them if they see him. So I want to get him out of public view and off the top deck and somewhere where I can just talk with him in private.
Okay. So you enter your cabin, and there is Janic sitting utterly relaxed, lounging in the chair, his glass filled with wine sitting there, and turns and goes, "Ah, Lady Zara, it is a pleasure to finally meet you. I have heard a great deal about you from our mutual friend." And he smiles, and you see the pointed teeth.
I can't say the same.
She has
Do
not.
tell.
Tell me what. She has not told you, has she?
We haven't really discussed much about others yet.
He takes a long drink and sets down the glass and says, "She always did enjoy being cryptic, even before. Very well, your friend the governor is waiting to kill you. He waits in ambush on his flagship would probably strike you sometime tonight or early in the morning, depending on how swift this vessel is. He seeks the book that you have, but it is not the book itself he wants. The book is a key, a map, if it were, to something much, much more powerful. And if you assist me, and in assisting me, assisting our mutual master, the Golden Forged, we will assist you in your revenge on the governor."
Yeah, so
has
y'all just gonna
been
keep talking
trying-
like I'm not in the room here, or what? Like, you wanna
Captain
maybe start
Calloway,
from the beginning?
I apologize. I understand. This is, of course, your vessel. You
mine.
feel fair enough. You are a proxy, then.
I'll take that.
But the point stands. If you wish, you may sail away and take your chances with the governor. I will not stop you. Or you can accept my help. And in doing so, if you accept my bargain, I will assist you with the governor when the time comes.
Yeah, see, here's the problem, is that y'all are talking back and forth about your lady that you both serve or some shit like that. I was only half paying attention. But you're saying, seems like there's something between you two, and if I'm going to be accepting your help for anything, Janic, I'm going to need a fuller picture of what the fuck is going on between the two of you. So how about we all just drop the bullshit, start at the beginning, and you tell me whom you serve, why, how, and what that all means for me and my crew.
That's fair, Captain.
And in fact, before you
Janic's
get started, Janic, I actually wouldn't mind hearing it from Mama.
You see his eyes flare a brighter red as he just kind of leans in towards you. Says, "Speak to me like that again, and I will strangle you with your own entrails. Are we clear?"
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, yeah.
I apologize. It has been some time since I've been in polite company. The old niceties take some time to dust off. By all means, Captain Calloway, speak to your crew member.
I'd actually prefer if she spoke to me.
That's fair, Captain. I should elaborate a bit on what we discussed before, and then I'll tell you my part, and then Janic can fill in the gaps that I don't know. You see, when I was telling you the story of what happened with the governor, and I fled.
Yeah.
I was so scared and angry, and angry's not even the word, like beyond fear, like something in me broke, and I made a call, just screamed out for something, thing to help me, and wanted revenge, and to give him just the tiniest taste of what he had done to me. And someone answered. They agreed to help if I was patient and waited out, and said mostly that now wasn't the right time, that there were things I needed to do and get stronger, and wait it out, and when the time comes that they'd protect me and guide me to getting what I felt I deserved and giving him what he deserved.
There comes a light chuckle from Janic as he goes, "I'm simply imagining her reaction to being called a demon. It's not quite accurate. She is the Gilded Lady, the Queen of Vampires, the Mistress of Death, the Golden Forged."
I learned later she has many names. I didn't know who answered exactly at the time, but at the time, anyone willing to listen and aid, I was completely fine with. And so I've waited and run and done what I can, and each time we've spoken since, I've been told to be patient and keep waiting, and the time will come. Until after he appeared again, here, with that fucking job. And then they said it was time. And they asked me to retrieve the book instead of giving it to him. And they've never... They saved me back there. Like, I would have been a goner back on that island. So...
Captain Calloway, the Golden Forge plays a bit of a long game. And simply what we require of Lady Zara is a bit of time with her in the book. If you do not wish to associate with me, that will be all, and I will leave you simply with the knowledge that the governor is looking for you as my personal gift and thanks, and you may take your chances with him, or you may accept my bargain and come with me for some time, and I will assist you in dealing with the governor in a rather final fashion.
He has been a blight for far too long. I don't know exactly what our mistress wants with the book, but she's protected me and been by me ever since. And dealing with the governor would be... It's been too long.
Found me at a bit of a disadvantage here, Janic. I appreciate what you're trying to do. Appreciate you telling me about the governor. That might just save my crew's life, possibly. What you're offering me here, though, is what we call a bit of a devil's bargain. And
That was
I
what
sure
she
would
called
like
it.
to... Well, I understand why you may have let slip demon then. But I sure would like to accept up front, accept your friendship at face value. Let this be the end of it. Can't do that without consulting with my crew first. And, well, gotta say, one person in this crew whose advice and whose counsel I've always sought. Right now, I'm not so sure I can trust her judgment. And he looks to Mama.
I understand, Captain. I wasn't
Captain,
completely
sorry.
honest. Or not honest. I didn't lie. I wasn't completely forthcoming with everything. One of the
May I...
things the governor told everyone about was, being
angry with you,
corrupted by the abyss. So people
I ain't angry with you,
judge.
Mama. I ain't mad. I'm just disappointed.
I understand.
Speak your mind, Janic.
Well, before that rather touching moment, I was going to offer you a chance to make a more informed decision. The book provides a potential location of a jewel that my mistress desires. The governor also seeks it. It is why he also seeks the book. Lady Zara's particular talents with fortune-telling and reading the stars could provide the key to divining the location. With the location known, you could make a perhaps far more informed decision with your crew whether or not you wished to accompany my ship or go your own way.
Tell you what, Janic, why don't you sit tight right here. Don't touch anything. I need to go talk with my crew. Stay frosty 10 minutes, I'll be back with you.
He smiles and says, "Take all the time that you need."
There's a bottle of some halfway decent rum under the desk if you want something other than this wine. Kit
No, it's
puts his
quite
goblet
sufficient.
down. Well, be back with you in a minute, Captain. And Kit stands to leave, opens the door, and then kind of gestures for Mama to follow him. And then he wants to actually go rally everyone on the top deck, up by where near Zaz is, near the rudder, or near the fuck is it called? The rudder? Not the rudder. You know what I mean.
The helm?
Near the helm. There we go. Jeez. And you see, we're not real sailors. We just play them on TV. Up by the helm.
And not even real TV, just fake TV.
Not even real TV. And go basically, yeah, rally everyone around the flagpole to have a little huddle.
Zara follows, but she's hanging her head a bit.
And when he gets to the helm, shouts up to Alize, "Allie, we need you down here."
Wee. And she goes down.
Zaz, you seen Bran?
Yeah, he was just over here a minute ago. Zaz sent someone to go find him.
All right. Here's the situation such as I understand it. We got the governor nearby right now. And I do mean that asshole. And, as I suspected, he's fixing to betray us. As I did say, one of the advantages of strong-arming someone is it's significantly easier to fuck them over later, and here we are. Captain Janic. Yeah, I ain't surprised what I know of the man at all. Captain Janic over there, that would be the one with the pointy teeth in the ghost ship, he's offering to help us on the condition we go find something for him, too, because apparently we're just ocean fucking gophers now. We can either do that, or he can sail off. We can take our chances with the governor. It's going to be probably some just straight up brutal ship combat. I don't know what the fuck he's packing over there. We might get blown right out of the water. I mean, we've had a hell of a good run, but I ain't so sure. And, well, it's a big one. It's a big decision, y'all, and I don't want to make it without my crew, so please speak freely. What do y'all think?
Personally, I think this is a terrible idea to ally with an undead wretch. I mean, what are we becoming? We first work for a treacherous governor, now we're talking of allying with a vampire. Like, I would rather rest at the bottom of the sea and embrace my goddess and work with something as foul as that.
I
This is
am
why I
not
got-
sure that he is fouler than governor. At least that he has done nothing to Mama. But the governor has. I said we put him down and we use whatever help we can get. We?
That's 1 for, 1 against. Zaz?
I don't know. I don't see how trading one person we don't trust who wants a book for another person we don't trust who wants a book is any better. I hate the governor. He was rude and forced us into a bad situation. But this Captain Janic is forcing us into a bad situation too. And he's a vampire. at least the governor is just a mortal asshole. I mean, maybe we take his help and kick the can down the road and deal with this later, but I don't know. How do we make this decision, Kit? I'm not prepared to deal with vampires and rot demons, and I'm a pirate. I just want to steal the book and sell it someplace for money, and I don't know.
I know, Zaz. This is all way fucking above our pay grade. We're just pirates. We sail around and we steal shit. We don't fuck around with rot demons and ghosts and vampires and all that, but... And he looks to Mama again. Sometimes those decisions get made for you. This is what we're dealing
Capitan,
with.
what does Maman say? We haven't heard Maman. What her fairy, fairy, her fairy godmother. She evil? How evil? More evil than the governor?
Well,
What
Mama,
about
right
this
now we
gentleman?
when it comes to Yanic's offer, Mama, right now it looks like we got a no, a yes, and a I don't fucking know, so what do you think?
I can't make this decision for the crew. I can't. But I will tell you, the person that Janic and I are aligned with and serve hasn't harmed me at all and has protected me from other things. The governor he is evil. He's a human evil, and it's only a matter of time how many lives he's going to ruin. But this isn't a decision I make. It's not my call. If you want, I can go, or
Mama?
I don't know. I'm just I can't. I don't know Janic, but I trust the one we serve. The governor's not going to give up if we don't eliminate him here and now.
I have to respectfully disagree with you on one point, Mama. You say you can't make this decision for the crew, but you did. You brought this on us. This connection is a connection with you, and you alone. Ain't none of us made any other dark pacts with any dark mistresses. That was just you. And now we got one of these fucking assholes on our ship, what serves that same dark mistress you do. Now we gotta deal with it. So you can try to duck out of your responsibility here. You can try to drop your head and just say you can't make this decision, but you fucking did, Mama. So I'm gonna need you to look me in the eye and tell me what you think we should do. That is the least that you owe this crew. And I ain't asking now, I'm ordering you.
Yes, Captain. I had no idea, no way to know that the deal I made all those years ago was gonna come back on the crew. But you're right. Here we are. And I say we eliminate the governor now, and if you want me to walk, then I'll leave with Janic. And you guys can go and be done with me and who we serve.
Slow the fuck down.
If
I ain't
that's
never
what
said
you
that.
want.
Slow the fuck down. I never said that.
What?
I'm just,
Mama,
if that's what
Mama,
you want.
Mama. Your family. You understand me? I ain't never turning my back on you, Mama.
You seem to be misunderstanding. The question is are we saving you from the vampire?
I don't think I need saving from the vampire.
Yet. You don't think you need saving from the vampire yet.
What does the vampire want? Take the book? Read the book? What he want? He want mama? He not get mama. He want the book?
There's something in the book. He wants us to use the book to find some other fucking thing out. What was it,
Yeah,
Mama?
there's a jewel. I've got to read some stuff, and there's, I don't know, ritual or not. Just the mistress we serve. The book has information that they need, and Janic just wants my help to find the information.
We don't know Yannick. We don't trust Yannick, so make him prove himself. Make him prove himself in battle we consider. That how he gotta earn us. And you.
So if I'm understanding you, Allie, you're saying you want me to ask this vampire here to sail with us against the governor?
No. Not ask. He will do, or he will leave. We not promise to people we don't trust. We don't promise to people we're not family. He better earn spot, or he can go.
Bren, I know you don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. This is not a person we want to be in an alliance with.
It's also not a
I
person
don't
we
think
want
telling him
against us
no
either.
now. I'm sorry, what?
Zara just kind of like mumbled a bit that it's not a person we want against us either.
Right. I don't think telling him no now is going to stop whatever they're doing. If he wants Mama and he wants the book, then telling him no now is just going to have two ships after us. I think we may need to think like pirates and tell him yes and keep our enemies close until we figure out exactly what it is they want. And we can always make the decision later, but we can't fight them both right now.
Has he made it clear that he will attack us if we say no?
I believe
No,
he
he
said
ain't.
he won't attack us if we say no, but do you believe him? Because I don't.
Of course I
Nah,
don't
he didn't
believe
say.
him. But either way, this is like, do we really want to be starting any kind of positive relationship with a vampire? That's what we're discussing here. Like, this is the start of a very slippery slope. That's what I've seen in my vision.
What?
Before long, this whole sea will be choked with dead and rotting bodies. Did I not speak to two of you fairly specifically about that? If we make this deal
But
now...
vampires are not dead.
Yes, they are.
They are,
No,
believe me.
not like the dead swimming in the water. Not like dead. More like
No, but I
walking
believe what
fucking
Brand's saying is that is
stupid
the
dead.
end result of allying with a vampire, not a vampire itself, Allie.
We, man, I'll say. Well, if we don't, we be bodies swimming on water.
I would rather be that than be beholden to an undead wretch.
You volunteered. Okay.
I am.
Ren,
I
what-
would rather step off this boat.
No, and
Brand.
I understand that. Don't I don't want to be the cause of the vision Bren had, but I don't see that us dying is going to fix it. I don't see that us dying is going to stop it. If What's the point of us letting him sink the ship and then take Mama in the book and get what he wants anyway?
You saw what was on that island, Bren. You don't want that to spread either.
I don't think choosing between two evils will make anything better. We have a third option to take neither. Are we not pirates? Are we not risk takers? What are we doing groveling, being scared little kittens by the idea of being chased by two ships? As if we haven't been chased by fleets before.
Ain't none of them crewed by vampires, I would point that out.
A ship is
What
a
if you
ship.
just sink us and get the, give the governor the book and make the deal with the governor? Where's that gonna go? Maybe that would be worse if Mama is not in the way. If Mama is
He
not
has to
standing in the way
sink-
and
He has to
aiming.
sink the Wilde first.
So I adore all us, but if I can't shoot him and he won't die, what you gonna do?
Bren holds up a vial
Turn
of holy
ocean
water.
in holy water?
No, but I can coat your bullets in them.
I would not put my trust in that. Mm. Mm.
Brand,
And if I perish here, who gonna find my uncle? Never see my sister again. Never see none of y'all again.
You're again
Never
assuming
seen
Rather
Captain
gray.
you're going
Rather
to
gray than
here.
dead.
Yes, Captain.
I just wanted to tell you that I never gave you the proper respect you deserve on this crew. And I understand the strength of your convictions. And I know this hurts like a son of a bitch for you. All the shit we've been through, and particularly for you, I know as a man of strong faith, this must be awful. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I have to do. I'm gonna go talk to Janic.
Aye, Captain.
Kit's gonna turn and walk off, and he doesn't feel good about that at all.
This isn't over, Bren.
Yeah, Alizé is kind of gonna
While we're
clap
still-
Bran on the shoulder and say, "It's all good, friend. It's all good. It's all good.
No,
It will be good.
While we're
Even if now not
here,
good, we'll be good."
we can stop him later. This isn't over yet.
Here's hoping.
Kit's gonna put on all the confidence he can possibly muster to like Kramer slide back into his cabin. Like, look as calm, cool, collected as he possibly can as he comes back in. What's Janic doing in my fucking cabin while I've been gone?
He's sitting in nearly the same pose as he was when he spoke to you, sipping, but you notice the bottle of wine is a bit lower. And he turns and says, "Ah, outstanding. A decision has been made."
Yeah. We had us a little talk, and we decided you're willing to help us, we're willing to help you.
Outstanding. Let us adjourn to somewhere where we can see the stars. For now, we will get a bit more information about where our destination will take us.
All right. I got one condition for you, though. Janic, you accept conditions?
It depends on the nature of the condition.
Oh, it's nothing too complicated there. Normally, this is the part where I'd threaten you if you betray me and all that, yada, 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 yada. I'm sure you heard all that bullshit before, and from what I hear, you don't take too kindly to threats, and, well, you're pretty damn good at it yourself. I admire it.
Thank you.
Doesn't make any of it less true. However, my request got nothing to do with that. My request is quite simple. You sail with us, we take on the governor, but if we capture that sumbitch, his head belongs to Mama Zara.
Oh, I do believe my mistress would not have it any other way.
All right. It's a deal, then. Kit sticks out his hand.
Janic's hand is a very firm grip, but it is ice cold when it grabs you. As if he came up from the lowest reaches of the sea. It says, "A deal, then."
Yeah. A deal.
I'm
All
assuming
right.
the two of you... Oh, yeah.
Come topside with me, then.
As you emerge from the cabin, Janic scans and finds Lady Zara and says, "Lady Zara, where might the tome of Sembal be? Could you retrieve it, please?"
Yep. Right this way.
Of course. And
I
it was
will
down in the
head
galley,
to my
correct?
quarters. Yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah, wherever I happened to be before, whether it was the galley. I think you said that.
I'm going to go ahead and take the GM's discretion here. In the way you phrased that, you invited Janic to come with you. So he is walking alongside you. Yes. And he leans into you and says, "Your vengeance against the governor will be but a trifling thing when this is over. A mere afterthought for you. The power that awaits you is beyond what you can imagine. For the mistress wishes to end the tyranny that one lives like the governor brings. For in death is the great equality. There is only silence." And what's your corruption at again? How many chaos ranks do you have?
7.
Go ahead and roll me a D100.
Okay.
Oh my, you rolled really, really well. I was going with your target was 30, considering you had 7 chaos ranks. There's a moment when this all makes perfect sense that everything coming out of his mouth is just the truth. And then you snap out of it, almost like out of a for a second. And you realize just how batshit crazy what he just said was.
I never wished for the greater vengeance, just against him.
It's funny.
What does she have planned?
She has much planned. It's quite funny, Lady Zara. You remind me a bit of me. Please, into your galley.
I'd be interested to know how after this. I'm not sure if I like that or not.
Should we
I
succeed,
will.
there will be time.
Yes, there will.
So you
And I
retrieve
will
the book.
retrieve the book.
You make your way back up topside. And Janic takes the book and flips through it briefly and says to you, loud enough for the rest of the crew to hear, this is not him trying to have a private conversation. He says, there is a ritual contained within this book, a seeing, if you will. We will be able to locate an object thought lost. In the ancient times, in the old days, between when an alliance existed between the Atslans and the elves, and they stood against the forces of the abyss, a great gift was made to the elves. The Eye of Utzel. Powerful storage of a powerful magical focus to focus the etheric winds. Our lady desires it, Lady Zara. So does the governor. He wishes to wield it for some small mortal ambition, to rule some city for the extent of what is left of his life. It is a tiny ambition. Should we acquire it, the rewards will be boundless. But we will need to locate it. And he opens the appropriate page and says, you have not been initiated in the ways of the Gilded Lady's magic, have you?
No, not yet. I've just been waiting and serving mostly quietly.
He says, then by all means, please, look at the book. And as you look at it, you see the ancient Elvish that you found completely indecipherable. And Janic leans in and whispers very close in your ear words that you don't fully understand. But the text begins to swim in front of you and form words that you can read. And you suddenly understand. You can see what the spell is, what the ritual is. And I want you to make a incantation test. This will not be hampered by your chaos ranks, as you are learning to harness this new power within you.
Here goes nothing.
Wow. Oh, all right
The
then.
lady gives many gifts.
Yes. It is already night. There is a moon in the sky. There is some fog. And the fog reflects the light of the moon a bit. It's actually a bit brighter in this area than it normally would be. That brightness fades as you begin to perform your fortune telling. The moon completely disappears in your vision, and all that is left are the stars, glinting brightly. But soon new lights begin to pop up around you. Your crew members seem to burn bright as the stars themselves, silhouettes of light in the blackness. All except Janic. He stands next to you, a black hole, pulling light in. And then you begin to notice flits of color around you. You notice a reddish tingle that goes by, and you just barely detect the scent of cinnamon as you are perceiving the etheric winds. They're as plain to you as if they were physically there. And one star in the sky begins to glow brightly, and it grows until it's incandescent. And it has almost a beam of light coming straight down. And as you see it, you are suddenly carried across the water for miles and miles, traveling through the Barbada archipelago, past the southern part of the narrow sea, and you find an island just north of the great southern chain, a solitary island, and you see the beam of light shining down on an aging stone and wooden fortress. The ground around it is rusty brown, as if surrounded by old dried blood. And it all begins to glow. And within you now is the knowledge of how to get here. You will automatically succeed any navigation rolls made to find this location. As you come back to yourself, the fog is back, the moon is back, your crew members are corporeal and no longer glowing. Janic is beside you, very close. And he is no longer a bottomless black hole, but his usual pale, red-eyed self. He says, "Ah, you have seen."
Thank you. It all a lot clearer now. And then Zara's just gonna like reach out and point. What the lady desires is that way.
Very good. And he turns back to Kit and says, "Captain Calloway, we have our destination. If it is all the same to you, I will return to my own vessel. I think members of your crew will be more comfortable with me at a distance."
Hey, monsieur. What we doing about the spy?
Yeah,
That is
we got that
entirely up to
problem.
you.
Well, we have a monsieur here from the governor to watch us. I don't know where he is right now, but his name is Vico. Would you like him as a present? Psst.
I am not
You hungry?
He might have
at the
information
moment.
you like. Not as
You
food.
all,
Monsieur, for information, is eating people is not considered polite in society. Take him for information.
Or I could just drown him. Either way.
There would
Yeah,
Janic
yeah, yeah.
This
actually
seems an internal
maybe
crew matter, Captain Calloway.
I
Indeed
do
it is.
actually there's something off about Vico Kid. I don't know if anyone else noticed, but there's something weird about him.
Hmm.
Maybe Janic could just take a look and see if he might have a better idea.
I'm not
He
sure
should have been
Yannick
dead.
needs to see him. I think now that he is making the governor no longer an issue, then Vico isn't really a threat, and he's something we can deal with internally.
Well, that
You know,
does raise a deep question, though, which is what do we do about the governor in the short term?
I can...
My understanding was the vampire was going to blow him out of the water.
Well, yeah, that's part of it, but that ain't the whole deal, was it, Yannick?
I can delay him. I can keep him at bay for you all and meet you at your location.
I
For
don't
the
think
Lady Zara knows, which means the Golden Forge knows, which means I will know.
You can
Delayed
only
doesn't
delay?
sound like sunk.
Yeah.
No, we are saving him. Not in the righteous sense, in a for later sense.
Why?
Like a piece of meat in the icebox.
Remember,
Precisely.
frowned upon in polite society. Don't eat the spoiled
He
meat.
is not... It has been made abundantly clear to me by several sources, he is not mine to do away with, and I would not dare take something that delicious from somebody else.
That is the deal.
honestly, I think Vico isn't thrilled about serving the governor. So if the governor
No.
wasn't an issue, Vico might not be. We
No,
might actually be saving him.
I think
Just,
Vico's
I don't know.
probably
Like, there's something weird, but
after the governor is taken care of.
Captain Calloway,
Yeah. Yannick?
I take
Captain
my leave of you. I think it is time I departed. And out of the mist rears a large, very old-style galleon with tattered sails, and its bow is crushed inward, almost like it ran aground. And you see Janic kind of slowly fade to almost a mist-like state and simply float into the fog. And you see him reappear on the deck of the ship and lift his hat and bow again as the ship begins to turn away. And within several minutes, as it disappears into the fog begins to recede. And you are left in a starry, almost full moon night in the middle of a cove, ready to depart.
Son of a
Merde.
bitch.
He was supposed to... I'll never get rid of that cretin. Where is he? Where is Vico hiding? There was a vampire on board. What was he doing?
Can we stay focused for a moment here? I don't give a fuck about Vico. He's useless to us now. He works for the governor. Who gives a fuck? If he comes with us, he gets shot, ends at the bottom of the ocean, whatever. Who the hell cares? He's irrelevant.
He's
That don't matter.
important in a minute.
We're just in some deeper shit now.
I mean, he may also be a saboteur.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm gonna get some guys on. I want some eyes on Vico at all times. Now, once it's gonna be abundantly clear we ain't working for his master no more, I'm gonna make sure that guy's on house arrest. Keep him confined to his cabin.
Who are you sending, Captain Calloway?
He's super sneaky.
I think, hadn't I already talked to Nixit about watching him at all times?
Potentially. I honestly don't remember. We can say that Nixie has been supposed to be keeping an eye, though Nixie is not a 24-hour watch. This
No.
is
And
night.
I'm talking house arrest. Like he's not allowed to leave his cabin.
So are you sending some members of the crew down?
Yeah, I think me and Heinrich patched shit up. Let's send Heinrich down to deal with Vico.
So you dispatch a crew down to place Vico under house arrest, and after a few minutes, one of the crew members comes back and says, "Captain Calloway, he's not in his quarters."
Zaz, didn't you tell Nixit to watch him?
Yes.
We're gonna need Nixit on deck right now. And I'm gonna need everyone to search every fucking inch of this ship until we find that guy.
So it is getting to be rather late. The shifts had changed. This was the night shift for the ship. So are you getting people out of hammocks and out of bed to search the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
out of bed.
I can't have this guy unaccounted for on my ship. I need to know where he is.
Okay. So, are you also sailing? Are you heading out?
Guess I don't see a reason we can't do two at once. Unless there's some obvious objection to that I'm not seeing. I don't see why we couldn't potentially do that.
I mean, anyone who's operating the ship isn't helping with the search.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. All right, search first, sail second. Objection? I'll hear it.
I just don't know how long they're going to hold the governor off. I'd rather not be here. Not be here any longer.
I hear that, but I mean, let's be honest, we were shitting bricks just at this vampire fella. I've got pretty good confidence in his abilities. He's going to be able to keep Governor off for a bit. At least long enough for us to do a thorough search. Shouldn't take too long if we get all the crew on it.
Nope. I'm going to go down and start searching the cargo bay. I know that area best, so I'll be able to check nooks and crannies there.
Yeah,
All right.
Bren will be searching as well.
So
yeah, and I consider this to be enough of a this is worthy of raising an alarm on the ship. We have a missing stowaway basically, so I am getting all hands on deck to
all right. So all hands are coming.
I consider this an
coming up on
emergency.
deck. All hands are on deck. Crew's being woken up. Drums are being beat as crew members are jumping out of bed, out of their hammocks to begin helping search. As all of you begin searching the ship, Zaz has gone down to the cargo bay. Where do the rest of you search?
Probably the bilge, any kind of little hiding place that I think he might have tucked himself into.
Mm-hmm. As you all search, you look for the better part of 2 hours as you basically search every nook and cranny. Nobody knows the Wilde like you. You know every hiding place. You know every nook and cranny. You don't find him hiding anywhere.
I have one last idea. It's a bad idea. How far away is the governor's ship?
It's quite a ways. It's on the other side of an island. It would be if you had set sail. It would have been like if you had left. If Janic had not intercepted you, you would have been getting to the other side of the island in the early hours of the morning, and so it's a significant sailing distance in terms of like if you're thinking that Vico is trying to swim it or take a small boat. It's really far.
Okay, yeah, that was what I was thinking, is that he might have tried to go to the governor's ship, but if it's too far, then that doesn't make sense. Never mind. How far away is the island? Does it look like he might have gone back to the island?
You guys barely got out of the cove. It's really close.
I'm gonna go back and look for a sign of him on the island.
Are you going back to the island?
I mean, like, I want to go over to the side of the boat, and look and see if it looks like there's a sign of him on the island. My apologies, I was unclear.
I was like,
Does Zaz want to send Alize up in the crow's nest to look too?
No, at this point, Zaz is sort of figuring this out on their own. They're not really getting other people involved. Just once they've finished searching their nooks and crannies.
well, for this, let's roll an awareness test. It's do you have any sort of like? Do you have the ability to see in the dark? It's fairly light. It's fairly like it's a bright night, but it's still night.
No, I don't have seeing in the dark. I don't have
Like a
penalty
-10.
fog.
Oh, you have instincts. Yeah, let's make it a -20 awareness test.
You know what? We did just get crits at the beginning of the episode, and this seems like a silly thing to use it for, but I really want to know where this guy is, so I'm going to use one of the donated crits.
All right, you use one of the donated crits. Very good. So, you see what appears to be one of the Wilde's small boats in the water, partway between the island and the Wilde. But you were able to very clearly see that it is empty.
But there's no sign of him on the beach. There's no sign of more recent footprints that he got back.
No, and the boat seems to be it seems to be drifting at this point.
Okay. I'm going to find Kit and point it out to him.
One of our boats.
Someone took a boat.
Yeah, who could that have been? But he ain't there now, which means he's back on that island, or I suppose at the bottom of the water. Only way I see it.
Seem to be the likeliest solutions. Did he have magic?
You're asking the wrong person's ass.
Magic. Bren! Did he have magic?
Now that's the right person.
And which one? Brenda's like busy doing the
Fuck Nugget.
and I
I don't remember his real name. Fuck Nugget.
Yeah, like right now Bren's kind of in the, like now that the search is over, Bren is Bren is in the middle of
at one point.
so in the middle of all this, he's doing the Catholic priest thing, using the aspergillium to bless the ship with salt water, hopefully so that, what we do in the shadows over there doesn't just appear on the ship again.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I wasn't assigned to watch him, so I'm not sure. I mean, I could search the, I mean, he had quarters, did he not?
Well, not really. I mean, sorta, maybe.
Did he have an...
But, like, did we
Did
see it?
he-
I thought I saw him do magic. Did you see him do magic?
Not really. I was usually focused on my own magic or keeping people from dying.
Mama!
Get your ass down here, Mama!
All hands on deck, we're figuring this shit
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. What's up, Zaz?
Did Vico do magic? Can he do magic?
I don't know exactly, but as I was saying before, like something definitely outside the realm of normal about him. I don't know exactly what though, but there was something off. He
In the library, you
knew
did that thing where you see magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did he look magic?
That's a
That's
interesting
a good
question.
question.
Good question.
So I'm gonna say, considering the situation in the library with almost the fog of decay magic, like Prince of Decay magic over everything, really the only thing that stood out in all of that was an extraordinarily powerful old tome. So you would not have seen really anyone, like Bren wouldn't have looked magical, like nothing other than that was showing through that.
All right, how about Mama? Maybe take a look around his cabin, see if you pick up on any magic hoobly boobly down there.
Yeah, I'll take a look and see.
Alright, I'm
All right,
gonna
well-
go get our boat back.
Yeah, that'd be good. Way I see it now,
Zaz
though, Zaz, if he's on,
Jumps
if he's on
into
that
the
island,
water
oh, okay.
and goes and gets the boat back.
I really
As
actually
he's
see this as a
saying
conversation
that,
where
Zaz
Kit was
is
like,
jumping in the water.
"Yeah, well, Zaz, I think it's already over the to the boat."
Zaz just Batman Captain Calloway. You like turned and went back to talk to them, and it was just like gone.
Every goddamn time.
So Zaz is swimming off to retrieve the boat. The rest of you are
Yep.
heading down to the quarters, or to Vico's quarters.
Yep, and then I am going to cast Witch Sight. I'm going to pull out a blindfold from my apron, tie it around my head, hold out for Kit's arm again, and cast some Witch Sight.
Ooh, all right. Roll me an incantation test. A flat one, please.
Okay. Nope. That's not good.
We got all these
Reroll it.
lovely. Yeah, I was gonna say we have
We
all these
do.
lovely
Yeah.
rerolls.
Yeah,
It's been a very
yeah, we
RP
do.
heavy
Let's-
game, which I'm good with. We needed one of these. There's a lot of
let's
things that need to be worked
reroll
through.
and
So go
crit
for
it.
it. Reroll and
I'm just
crit.
gonna crit it.
All right.
Crit it.
So as you don the blindfold, yet again, you enter that place where you can detect, similar to the ritual, where you can detect the etheric winds all around you, and some of the naturally occurring winds swing by you. You see, you feel a bit of a blue tint to the air as you are seeing through this, as the sky is open and the celestial wind is very strong at the moment. you move down into his cabin, and there is a bit of a cloud. The bluish tint seems to fade away. And it's not strong, but you smell the faintest scent of a sickly sweet perfume. And it gets stronger as you go into the room. And you identify this as an abyssal presence. The Prince of Pleasure and Obsession.
Well, Captain, it seems Vico has his own master.
Not yours.
And I'm
different
not
one?
talking
How many of
about the
these-
governor. No, not mine.
Who? All right. I don't know how many. I don't know the whole. What's the word? Fucking taxonomy of weird demon shit. But which one is this?
Prince of Pleasure? I think Bren might. We should probably talk to Bren and see what he knows. I don't know them all.
Hold on. Hold on just a fucking moment right there. Wait. Vico? Fucking Vico serves the Prince of
I
All right.
don't know what sort of
seriously, Mama,
gifts
who's he
this
served?
prince. No, I wish. I guess. Yeah, I don't know, Captain. Like that's maybe Bren knows of something about this prince that might give us a clue.
So, Bren,
I just know a title.
really
Yes.
quickly, where are... Hold on, let me take a quick look at what we would probably... This would most likely be... How many dots do you have in folklore?
If I recall correctly, it's 2 dots.
2 dots. This would not necessitate a roll. I feel like this would be information that you just were well versed enough to know. The Abyssal Pleasure is named thusly, but really it is a bit of a prince of excess. It doesn't need to be necessarily something that is overtly pleasureful. It can be an obsession with anything, perfection, art, things like that. So it could belie something else about him other than just that, like, Vico likes to party.
Fair enough.
Which he might. You
Okay.
guys never have hung out with him when he's not on duty.
Gotta let Vico let his hair down every once in a while.
All right. I'll kind of relay that to Zara and the captain. Yeah, he might not necessarily be, the kind to drown himself in rum and women or men or people who know better. He might have just had an obsession about him. That's why he might have turned. I'm going to... He kind of looks at his bucket of holy water that he's been using to bless the ship. I'm going to need more holy water, won't I?
If you would like, Bren, now having seen in the room, first of all, did you search? I just want to point out his room is fairly sparse. It's he's just staying here. His bag is in here. His a few containers for maps and things like that. Yeah, sorry. I was just gonna say. I figured you guys were saying, we searched his stuff. His stuff is here.
Totally. Oh,
Yeah.
Tear this place apart. Tear this place apart down to the fucking floorboards. No,
So-
no way.
There's a few changes of clothes. A few he brought with him a few books and a few ledgers. But the map cases are empty, except for a few bottles that have half amounts of liquid in them.
So wait. Map cases are empty, so there's no maps.
They're
but
they're
empty
they're
map
like
cases.
they're empty. They look like they contained. Well, they as you open them, there are no maps. There are no documents. and then you open one of them, and a few vials of something fall out, and the vials are only about half full.
Recognize that, Bran?
Anyone would like to make an alchemy check?
Yeah, I definitely can't do that.
I don't even think I have dots in that.
Ooh, that's a flip to fail, too.
Oh.
I think Allie knows some stuff.
I believe Ellie does have some alchemy.
Maybe the doctor would.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, we can get the doc to do it. But...
Alize, would you like in on this, or should we take it to the doctor?
I mean, I got 1 rank in alchemy.
That's enough to not be flipped to fail, though. Yeah, that's having the 1 dot is the big thing with these advanced skills.
Yeah, anything with an asterisk next to it.
Well, so all right. What am I aiming for?
What is your really quickly? What is the skill that is associated with it? It is intelligence. So it'd be intelligence plus 10, basically.
All right, 54. Okay.
So
You do have crits.
100.
Do have crits.
Oh,
Not needed.
there we go.
Oh,
Nice. Very nice. So, in looking at this, you quickly determine that these are several different varieties of poison. Thankfully, the only full vial here is the one that would be best for ingesting, the one that you would put into food. The other vials that are not quite full would be a little more suited to coating weapons with.
All right, so good news is he couldn't get past Maman to get it on our food. Bad news, if we gotta fight him, there's poison on his weapons.
Well, still some of that left, right? So, poison on ours too. Level that playing field.
Can I tell what kind? What can I tell what poison it is?
It would be worse for the humans and the elves. You're not sure how it would impact a Skazak or a Atslan, but it would be quite detrimental. It would slow you down quite badly, potentially kill you if you got enough of it. The equivalent, it is Folksbane, so it would remove your ability to take actions in combat progressively until you died.
Fuck.
Maybe I got to put some on my throwing knives.
Yeah. You think you can
We
rig
really
up a
got to
little
be careful
bit of,
with that.
Think you can rig up a little bit of what would you say, Ellie? A poison boom?
A poison boom. Could probably, but I'm not sure how much would stay on the bullet if we shoot it. But I could coat some daggers. If we put it in a bomb, it will get on everything the bomb hits. And if we make it a big boom, everybody gets hit.
As I know you do.
I would like. I like big booms, but I don't like not being able to do nothing.
Well, stay far away. Well, that's good.
I would say coat some sneaky stuff with it, so that you can get him when he's not paying attention.
All right. I'll trust
And make sure you
Ellie.
don't
That's
get it
all
on
yours.
yourself.
Of course.
No hairpins. No hairpins, Mama. That would be too dangerous. Poke yourself, you're done.
Well, you want to keep an eye on these, Ellie? Go ahead.
That one of the crew members comes running into the room and says, "Captain Calloway, there's a fire below deck."
Motherfucker.
Captain, it's in the powder room.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Zilor!
All right, raise it.
Go
raise the
save the
alarm right
powder!
again.
So,
Raise the
as
alarm.
you all Yes, so the alarm is raised. The crew is rushing below deck. Zaz, you are in the process of finishing hoisting the small lifeboat, whatever it's called. I didn't actually look this up. Back onto the ship.
A dinghy?
As you
Is there
hear the
anything
alarm,
in it where I reached it? Was it just floating empty?
it was floating empty.
Okay. There was nothing in it. It was
As
floating
you-
empty. I didn't see anybody nearby when I was out there. Okay.
No. As you come back on board, a crew member runs up to you and says, First Mate Zaz, the captain is below. There's a fire.
Okay. Are we putting it out?
Yes, he's requested your presence.
Okay. Zazzle, run downstairs, possibly stopping
As
to
you
pick
go
up
to move
any
past
little...
this crew member, there is a flicker of motion, and something closes
son of a
around your throat. I need you to roll me a, I believe it's a coordination test? Yes, roll me a coordination test.
Son of a bitch. Okay. Is it a... Okay, it's coordination.
It is flip to fail.
What? Fine. Well, then I want to automatically succeed with my crit.
I kind of figured you would. I'm going to say for this effect, for the moment, the flicker of motion in your eye. Oh, that's interesting. The flicker of motion in your eye causes you to halt, and like you start bringing your hand up to turn around, and your hand just barely catches the garrote that starts coming around your neck. It gets pulled in as you hear Vico's voice whisper into your ear, well, I suppose that's fair enough. You missed me, and I've missed a clean kill on you. But
You
this
son of a
won't take
bitch.
very long. And as you spin away, you and Vico are now standing on the deck of the ship as he looks you square in the eye and says, I plan on making my getaway, but I wanted to savor your death before I left. And I'm going to need you to roll initiative.
Okay.
I do have a thing for firefighting, by the way.
I was going to say, below deck, we're going to... There's a very chance that this ship goes boom. So we're going to be firefighting and Vico fighting simultaneously at the moment. So I'm going to want... What we're going to say is we're going to go... it's going to go whoever wins the initiative roll, and then we're going to come back and like cut back to the crew on what you're doing below deck to put out the attempted destruction of the Wilde here. So, what did you roll for initiative?
11.
11. Outstanding. Vico rolls 2d10 because he's a jerk. Yep, so Vico's going first. He is going to throw a throwing knife at you that he seems to produce out of nowhere from beneath his clothes as he flicks this knife out at you, and that is a simple ranged. He is looking for a 72 to hit. Oops. All right, 70. He's looking for a 72 on this. He hits you for...
Can I dodge that?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
He only has one level of success, so go ahead and you can attempt to dodge.
Okay, looking to beat a 62. 90. Okay, so no, I can't dodge that. Never mind.
All right. Well, good news for you. This isn't going to do a terrible amount of damage. He only is going to do... he rolled a 1. He's got pretty good damage. He's going to do 8 damage.
Haha, 8 is no longer over my threshold. I am up at 10.
All right. So, it is now. I'm going to say with the attempted garroting, that's all he can do on this turn. It is now your turn, and then we're going to go down to the crew of the Wilde beneath deck, and we'll describe what you all see while they're fighting above deck.
Okay, so just to confirm, we have not healed up since that island. We are still injured.
Nope.
Okay.
So
I'm not quite sure what it would be to do it, Tom, but I want to push him over the side of the boat.
that would be a takedown.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll me either athletics or coordination, and it's going to be a contested roll.
Is there anything I could do before it to get a better roll on it to make it easier?
I'd say you could charge him if you wanted to charge and try to like tackle him off. That would be quite dramatic. So we'll say you can do that, and that'll reduce the difficulty down minus 20.
Okay, I will do that then. So I'm sorry, you said it was an athletics test or coordination test?
Or coordination.
Coordination. Okay, so that's another. So with the 20, it's an 82 that I need to beat. So I get him.
All right. So you rolled a 20?
No, I rolled a 57.
Okay, so he gets to contest a takedown. So he rolled really well. He's got to roll coordination, though, and that isn't his best skill. So let's see if he makes that. Coordination is
82, so I got 3 levels of success.
So you ram into him, and you get him to the edge. As you start taking him over, he manages to grab the gunnel and is just barely holding on. And the two of you are locked in as you're trying to shove him off the ship. For perfect clarity's sake, are you attempting to go with him, or are you attempting to push him off and let him go without you?
My preference would be to push him off and let him go without me. But if that is not possible, I am willing to go over the side with him because I can breathe underwater and he can't.
I'm going to say for the sake of this very nearly contested roll that he just barely won, I'm going to say he goes over, but you come with him. As the two of you fall off the side of the ship and plummet into the water, we cut down below deck. As the rest of you come into the powder room, it is already starting to fill with smoke. As you see a small fire has been made, very clearly made. One of the barrels was broken, and pieces of it were used to create a small fire. And there's a spacing here to a small trail of powder heading towards the rest of the battery. This is clearly a time-delayed sort of fire. So you have two issues here. You have the powder fuse that it could light, and you also have the actual fire itself, which on its own could be disastrous. So what would each of you like to do? I think, Bren, you said you have something specifically for fires.
Yes, so funny thing about the spell Saltwater Blast, one of the things it can do is extinguish mildly and moderately dangerous fire.
Oh, well then. Sounds like you're a one-rat firefighting crew.
It's good to have on a ship, what can I say? So yeah, he will, and I'm just going to not even risk it because this is in the powder room. I'm going to use one of the crits to just flood the room and hopefully, push that, powder trail. I guess it can't really be knocked prone, but with the force of it, just
you would like to knock the powder. So I'm going to say with your crit, not only do you successfully put out the fire, you also manage to angle the water so it does not get the rest of the battery wet, and the rest of the powder, some of the little trail, will stay dry. But how does Bren create this? Wave of water?
So it does have sort of the usual spell component, just like, oh no, after eldritch fuckery, I am letting the ship explode on my watch. And he just crumbles that chunk of coral and just lets it roar forth from his hand.
Outstanding. The fire goes out as the crew getting ready to fight the fire just sounds like, oh, right, Bren. Good show, Bren. Well done. Well done. And as you all make your way back up to the deck, the first person to emerge on deck, all you hear is a sizable splash. And the only thought that goes through your head is, where's Zaz? And that is where we're going to call it for tonight. As Zaz and Vico fall into the water off the side of the Wilde at night with no one knowing where they are. All right, so really quickly, let's go around and do our outros. And starting where we started with our introductions, let's start with the wonderful Chai. Outstanding job tonight with Mama Zara. Some very, very intense role-playing. Really incredible. Where can we find more of you?
Oh man, yo, oh man, Mama's. That was a lot, but so good. You can find me next Sunday night, like this coming Sunday at 8 p.m. on Roll the Roll, playing some Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse. Circus folk, why not? Super fun, right? And then next, you can find me Wednesday the 9th here on Encounter Roleplay, playing some Terror RPG for One Shot Wednesday. And yeah, I ordered my first wig. I say first because this is Encounter Roleplay. Wigs just happen. So
Wig habits
yeah,
on this channel. It's been known to happen.
it just happened. So yeah, it's gonna be a thing, and I'm once again playing a character who has no business being in the situation they are being, but here we are, and I am excited for that, and it's gonna be great.
It's going to be
But
fun.
holy jeez, this episode was a lot, and it was so good.
Speaking of playing terrifying cult games, Colin, again, just to echo what outstanding job today. That was really incredible. The some of the scenes that happened, very, very, that I thoroughly enjoyed watching them. Where can we find more of you? Speaking of heavy hitting scenes, you are muted, good sir. If you want, I can be your hype man, but I figure you'd rather do it. Do we have another mysterious muting? All right. Well, real quick, while we're figuring out what's going on with Colin, let's jump over to Steve. Steve, where can we find more of you, good sir?
All right. I am on Twitter. I honestly mostly just post nature photos that I take because I'm a shutterbug. On Twitch, on Sundays, Sunday evenings, I'm part of a Call of Cthulhu game. We had an amazing session last time where my character not only died, but got beheaded, which in Call of Cthulhu is actually probably one of the better ways to go. So I will be coming in with a new character, and we'll be starting a new adventure on a pleasure cruise where nothing has ever gone wrong on a pleasure cruise.
Definitely not in Call of Cthulhu.
No, definitely not.
That's fine. Everything is fine there. All right, and moving on over to Vivi. Vivi, where can we find more of you?
Well, I'm on Twitch as Vivacia. On the Twitter is Miss MRS Vivacia. Also on Mondays at 7 p.m. EST, I'm on the Wily Hobbit, where we're playing a D&D game, Mysteries in the Dayland, where I'm playing a baby Azamar Artificer, who is totally naive and thinks dinosaurs are big bovine creatures that eat lots of pigs. But mostly you can find me here playing with all these lovely people and getting into so deep feelings every freaking time. Make me sweat. Guys make me sweat. And yeah, we should have totally fed him to the vampires. Or sent him to torture. I want him to send to torture. I don't like him. I knew he was trouble. Should have listened to me. Should let the vampire take him. Yeah, I guess Tom would have
Fun
not
little
liked me
fact.
anyways.
Fun little fact that didn't come up, but just in case you're wondering about the vampires and eating and such, the galleon that you guys shot the rudder out of and left adrift as you sailed away, that ship continued to have a very bad day when night fell, because Janic was in the area and Janic was hungry.
Oops.
Yep. So he
Shouldn't have
has
attacked us.
recently fled, which is why he's in such a good mood. Laura, where can we find more of you?
Well, I'm not doing much right now, but you can find me on Instagram at Shiny Math Rocks, where I am putting up pictures of new dice that I am making. New set just went up yesterday, and I hope to get another set up tomorrow. Other than that, I'm just here right now with all of you lovely people.
Outstanding. And let's give Colin another try. Colin, I think I heard you just laugh. Go ahead and give it a shot. There we go.
Okay. It's too bad. We were just saying in green room that if it didn't work, I would just have Lydia recite my resume while I mimed over the top of it, and now I'm actually kind of upset that it didn't happen.
Yeah, no, now I want that to be a thing.
Now I kind of want that. That'll be a very special episode somewhere down the road. Great session tonight, and I wanted to say specifically to my girl Chai, I'm so sorry that I gave you the "I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed." It hurt me as I said
when
it.
you get that line from your adopted son and your boss at the same time,
Oh shit! I even thought of it that way.
It hurts on a deep level.
Mm.
I was looking
Lydia,
up French curses. I was going to shut him down, but he stopped by himself, so.
God, this is just getting from bad to worse, though. Well, Lydia still wants to do it. So, okay, Lydia, you want to hop in on myself? Go ahead.
Well, I'm Colin. And I'm currently on several games that you should totally check out to see my glorious bearded face all over the internet. Every Wednesday, you can see me in Cult, where I suffer, but I suffer so beautifully. People fuck me up all the time. I deserve it, but it's great. I'm horrible. I'm great. Did I mention horrible? I'm great. And then, of course, on Monday, over on Cobalt Press, we're playing Lessons in Deep Magic, where I'm the bardiest bard, and the saddest bard at the moment. It's dramatic, but it's good. Join us there at 8 p.m.
Oh, that was everything I hoped it would be. And so much more. I am
Thank you,
Tom
Dark
T.P.
Mistress.
Grant. Yes. She is the patron that keeps on giving, Lydia. You can find me at TP_Grant on Twitter. I GM here, and that's pretty much the only place that you can find me at the moment, with the exception of a monthly game over on Master the Game, which just wrapped up last weekend. The VOD is on YouTube at Master the Game on YouTube, and you can watch me play a absurdly ridiculous cowboy warlock that I'm just having a blast playing. Other than that, please stick around here in Encounter Roleplay. We will be back next week with a full slate of games, including our new, as already mentioned, One Shot Wednesday. We have wrapped up Dark Matter, and we are moving to just one shots of different systems and different things. And starting off, and Chai, you're next week, right? My mind is blanking.
Yeah, I am on the 9th, Wednesday at 3 p.m. playing some Terra RPG.
Terra RPG, which if you haven't seen, is a fantastic system designed by Jonathan Fry, amongst others. It's outstanding. We did a EncounterCon with it just recently with an outstanding cast, which is also up on YouTube. Please go check out all of the games from EncounterCon. They were amazing. The Fey Grinder, Still Knocked, Atlantis, Call of Cthulhu. It was all incredible.
That was Atlantis, Call of Cthulhu, so good. I'm biased, but so good.
It was amazing. I had a thoroughly enjoyable time watching. But until then, we will see you all on Monday. Until then, I got no outro line. I got to come up with an outro line. Anyway, bye.